Was this the young detective?
So what do you think? Robbers?
Take the jewelry, not the body.
Oh, no, you don't. I told you if I saw you again.
I'm just leaving.
Don't make me confiscate that camera.
You can't.
So is he like a private investigator?
I gotta tell the police captain again why
1979.
one of my guys is impersonating a fucking police officer.
Not my fault. The guard made some assumptions. Must be the code.
Junior fraud investigator.
And she found some paperwork saying the old lady was seeing some doctor. My daughter didn't know, never met this doctor. No idea her mom was seeing him at all. And apparently he signed her up for a drug trial. Daughter noticed his mom's signature on the consent form was forged. Turns out there are multiple complaints about this drug trial. She got a call from the cemetery that her mother's grave was disturbed.
You see, here's where you fucked up.
So I went down
Because
there.
you're a fucking
Because
idiot.
there have been 5.
5?
5 corpses missing. All people who were part of that drug trial. Bodies vanished into thin air.
Oh, they were deep on it. Damn, went all the way back to 1979? What the fuck?
The people in charge of making us healthy make us sick. We cheat the dying. We fleece the poor, promote the racist, let the demons run amok. This world needs changing.
And he ain't wrong.
If you could catch them all, if you could take all of it, all the greed, the foulness, the rot in the world, and sit down across from it, what would you say?
Was it ever going to be enough?
That was a nice transition.
I've talked to a lot of people who've taken your drugs. Their docs prescribed them Ligadone, pitch it like extra strength, Tylenol. Fast forward a year, they're shooting up heroin behind dumpsters.
Wow.
This is an old and boring argument. Do you know how much Ligadone my wife takes every day? She's fine.
Wasn't your wife a heroin addict before you?
That bitch was a crackhead. That's a whole different story. No.
Knew it was highly addictive. You marketed it non-addictive anyway because you wanted more than the hundreds of millions you were pulling before Ligadone hit the market. How much money would make you say, we did it? Does that number even exist?
That's an idiot question. Of course not.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, how much money? All the money? Like, nigga.
What?
Nigga, there's someone behind you. That's what. He told you last episode.
So Frederick told me before the end he thought Barry was your informant. Was he? Because it really doesn't matter now. Not since I killed him.
I know how Prospero died. Are you saying that was somehow your fault?
Which one was Prospero? Is that the one with the freak accident?
Fuck.
Annie on that shit.
You gotta try this stuff.
Hey, where are my eggs? Did you eat my fucking eggs?
Oh, do you care? They're fucking eggs.
They were gulls' eggs. Black-headed gulls' eggs. Foraged from Key Haven marshes. They're only in season for about 3 weeks a year. If I push this in, you can't take it out.
If no one touched your eggs.
I mean, it shows how psychotic he is. He should have still slapped her.
Here they
Bitch. No.
I'm still pissed your dad didn't go for the club idea.
Your dad wouldn't know a good idea if it smeared his dick in peanut butter and sucked it off.
Every kid in the family gets their nest egg investment. Every one of my fucking siblings got it. It's like a given. But you have to pitch him on it. And he grinds you. And once he finally approves, you should see what it fucking does to them. So fuck him. Doesn't like my idea? Maybe we dodged a bullet.
Okay. You know, there's a thing about working for things yourself, you know? I just need like a small loan of a few $1 million.
What's this? This is a collection of condemned Fortunato testing facilities that are not compliant, or worse, leaking toxins into the groundwater.
Holy shit, we own all of these?
Are you acknowledging ownership?
Of course he isn't.
What's the problem with these?
We found evidence of buried toxins. Oil, coal, pesticides, rotting debris, chemicals. One site in particular had such a highly acidic concentration
Sorry,
that...
yes. That's bad. We'll bring to code or we will demolish it as soon as possible.
Oh, this is where I can have my nightclub.
Don't tear them down just yet, actually. Some of these are a fucking gold mine.
I don't know why you would have him out of all people to be there. Other people seem to be a little bit more together. He's like the youngest one with the most bullshit.
He talks. You don't talk. If you're ever in doubt, you say, we at Fortunato take our responsibility to the environment very seriously, and we are
Give the little bullshit lines.
actual goal of compliance with any and all of the regulatory guidelines.
God damn.
No wonder you're so comfy talking around the feds, getting a lot of practice after hours. I know you're the fucking mole. I know it.
You know, I don't think mole is the right word for it, but I'm not the informant or whatever. I'm only here because Dad said so. And
You're only here because my father fucked a blackjack dealer on a yacht in Cannes 25 years ago. And he fucked her so hard that the estate cracked into 6 pieces instead of 5.
You guys are really holding on to that fucking will. God, man. I'm only going to get $500 million. It would have been a nice $750 million, but like, goddamn, bro.
It's a pop-up club.
The pop-up club. You get a digital invite, you don't click the link in 5 minutes, disappears. And to get on the list, you pay a serious fucking membership fee.
How much?
10 grand. This building belongs to my family's company. These old labs have their own power, closed water supply. Keeps us off the city's radar.
You know, one of the problems with this whole idea is that someone can just leak the address and then a whole bunch of people come, which then alerts the authorities and shit at the same time. And then it just becomes one big liability that you have, especially since you're not, what the fuck? Especially since you're not going to have like licensing and stuff to do all this shit. And it should be gone.
What? No, she can still make it. Pulse ox is tanking. Okay, give her more adrenaline.
No, what? No. Hey, Vic. Hey.
I mean, to be honest, if it's already about to die, you might as well just try everything at this point. See? Never mind, it's gone. Well.
Mark it.
I mean, that's what they call it, trial and error, right?
It's okay. It really is.
No, babe, nothing about this is okay. All right, this rate, we're going to lose funding in 6 months.
And if she lived, the whole trial would be poisoned.
That's true.
The last thing we should be talking about right now is human trials.
Human trials. How much longer is this going to take? The monkey's fine, right?
Yeah, it's,
Lion.
our reacting as predicted. Just get...
Need this viable in humans. And a lot sooner. Like 6 months.
What?
If we're going to miss the human trial threshold, if my 200 million is coming up snake eyes, you'll tell me, right?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Look at me. I need this to work.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, I know you're lying.
Fucking cartel, I can't supply your whole fucking rave.
But you know people who move that kind of weight, don't you?
That kind of weight? What, you've been watching fucking Narcos or something? You should if you haven't. It's brilliant.
Okay, what about Viagra?
I still ain't see that shit. But I have a family member who worked on the show. It's kind of funny.
And why the fuck do you need Viagra? You're in your 20s. You're basically 80% cum. I can fucking smell it.
Look, man,
I mean, the Viagra will quite literally do nothing to him.
blow the roof off this thing and I print 7 figures out of thin air. Maybe I get a fraction of the respect that's supposed to come with this name. It's harder for me, and you know that. You know that, but the rest don't.
I get it. Look, you're gonna pull this off, all right? I'm gonna give you 2 dealers to invite, and they'll jump on it just for the sales opportunity. But whatever the fuck goes down after that is on them, not you. Oi, look at me. You're better than a dealer. You're smarter than a DJ. All right, this is beneath you, and you're gonna kill it. But you're better than all of this.
Like I said, stop having these small ass dreams, nigga.
I was discouraged even.
But you reported it anyway.
I was concerned that this particular doctor was running a pill mill.
Look into this witness stand, the drug rep, see if you can find something. And if you can't find something, we may have to just find something.
Basically just plant evidence.
Sorry, if somebody talked to the feds, they were really smart about it.
I know. The Ushers aren't idiots. Except Perry. Get me...
God damn, y'all really be fucking hating on this ass fucking kid, bro. I mean, he's kind of a little bit retarded, but still, like...
You're still thinking Victorine's the informant? Maybe. It could be Perry, little psycho. I also want to look at Juno, but there's something that stinks about Vic's clinical trial.
What did she do to you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Jeez, like, hey, you need to get off her ass, bro. I'm just telling you, man. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. I said it a little bit too loud.
Never mind, forget I said anything.
I will. You know what? I will need both of you tonight before dinner.
So you tap on the mask and it takes you to the payment page. We're working on getting Apple Pay up before tomorrow night. Working on your guest list too.
I'm thinking we get everybody on the dance floor, install some padding up in here, and turn on those sprinklers, make it rain. Kicks off the fuck fest. Yo, how's the water?
Well, tap's off. The municipal line's closed off. I'd suggest serving bottled water back here.
What about the sprinklers?
Those are dry.
Bullshit, they're dripping on my phone.
They might sweat a little, they're old enough, but there's no pressure.
You know, these testing facilities need their own filtered water. Yeah, and Fortunato wouldn't use city water, not in a million years. You guys saw those tanks on the roof when we walked in, yes?
Oh, brother. Remember when they were talking about contaminating the environment? Hey, they got some water up here, right? Yeah, you mean a contaminated ass fucking water they were just talking about? And you're gonna try to jerry-rig some stupid shit?
Remember the golden rule. It was in a comic book. The Wizard of Id.
Look, did you like dig up all your kids and then give them this drug and make them immortal or something?
On the cover, a stout little king standing on a green tower looking down over his subjects.
So does he only see him and then nobody else is? It's like his demons haunting him?
Whoever has the gold makes the...
Yeah. Only he can see them.
Are you...
I just shit myself.
Are you all right?
Well, there's nothing I can't wipe off.
Have you ever heard of Cadasol?
No.
Cerebral autosomal dominant arteriopathy. It's a hereditary form of vascular cognitive impairment. Before it kills you, it causes symptoms very much like dementia. There's no cure, you know. So really the only hope is preventative. Like, say, an experimental new smart heart mesh that offers real-time diagnostics of major blood vessels in the brain.
So that's why they were working on that, huh?
You remember Grizz, don't you? That unfortunate cemetery business.
I remember everything, Roderick.
Grizz, the original gangster, you might say. All of this really starts there.
He's like, man, could you just tell a linear story? Like, I gotta remember all of a sudden you're jumping 50 years back and then you're jumping 50 years forward. You're crisscrossing me, man. I don't know what to do. You broke my ankles 2 times.
Roderick Usher?
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry about that. You want a drink, Rod?
No, I'm fine.
Fucking FDA. Fuck Dicks Association. Between Carter and the fuck dicks, am I right?
Absolutely.
It's so funny how much they get on Carter. Everyone hates Jimmy Carter for some reason. He's like the only president to not get us in a war. But you know.
When was the last time you had a headache? Yesterday? This morning?
Got one right now.
Arthritis. Back pain. What do you take for it? Ibuprofen? So, let me introduce you
to crack. Not joking. Nigga, you put it in a wedding ring box?
Coated in a
I get the symbolism of it, right?
No side effects. Non-addictive.
It's actually kind of a fucked up symbolism, too. You'll be married to this forever. Fucking addicted.
This whole industry has always been about pain management. Well, this is about pain erasure. This is the first pill in history for all of us. And this little pill is a world without pain.
He started off shaky at first, but he actually kind of killing it.
Metzer, he developed Ligadone. Or even better, we buy Lander Pharma. The infrastructure's already up and running. We get this to market, and we usher in a new world because this world needs changing.
You work in this building?
I do.
Where?
I'm on sub 2.
So you're in the mailroom?
I'm in the communication logistics office.
Yeah, the mailroom.
But drugs, it's a dirty business. It's a tricky business, especially with the fuck dicks. Devices, on the other hand. Now that's our bread and butter. Still a pain in the ass, sure, but way less complicated.
How many people need that cardioverter defibrillator we spent millions developing? What, 100K a year, tops? A strong, universal,
yeah, he has a bigger number with the
1,000 times that
The
easy.
painkiller, yeah.
But bigger than the numbers, which will be huge. And
You can
bigger
push
than
out the pills a
profits,
lot
which will be
easier. You don't need as
astonishing.
much manpower.
Fortunato won't just be a medical care company. Fortunato will be a miracle.
This is fucking Snowfall right now. So this is how we started our crack business.
She used to work here. She sat on that desk that Suze on right now. She gave her life to this company. And for years, towards the end, she was in agony. And I knew it did not have to be that way. Yes, of course, you'll make billions doing this, that's true. But that's not why you do it.
Well,
Why she just she looked like that? What are you gonna do with this thing? I don't know why it's here.
I'm so sorry, sweetie. He's wrong. Sorry about your pitch. I was glad to have some time with your wife. I think today's the most time I've spent with Annabelle. And you're seeing me at my best, that's for sure.
Hey, his sister is so fucking intense. She's like, I would snap that kid's neck right now if I don't have that motherfucker. Shut up.
Maybe it's time to move on from that place. I mean, I know there's a connection for you there because of your mom and I guess your dad, too.
Oh, you told her.
She's my wife.
A year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee.
What's vomit?
I quit my job today.
What?
These men. You'd think developing a single chip microprocessor would earn you a little respect, but no, still just a fucking boys club. Jerking each other off because they invented the microcontroller chip and fucking Simon.
Maybe someday you'll put a chip in a toy.
I'm...
Like, that's not a bad idea.
You're both so fucking high-tech, impressive. Froderick with your medicine, Madeline with your algorithms. Yeah, algorithms aren't high-tech. They've been around since antiquity. An algorithm is just a finite sequence of well-defined instructions to solve a problem or perform a computation. But
Yeah.
an algorithm could write movies and TV shows.
Oh no, not the AI.
It
No,
could mimic
okay.
human consciousness. That is
I mean, technically, they already kind of do it with shows, right? That's why everything feels so formulaic. You have the same beats. It follows the same thing.
Fuck that tiny little man in his big office with his tiny little ideas. We are going to change the goddamn world. And if Fortunato won't help us get there, we will trample them on our way. Rufus Griswold is going to help us go forward. Or we're gonna go right through him and leave him in pieces behind us.
Yeah, I mean, you could just market it to other people, right?
When you get going, you get going. Here's what'll happen.
That fucking dead stare.
I know that was a lot.
100,000 questions.
It was 10,000, but I take your point. You finished the journal.
Every day for 4 months, like you said.
The algorithm's gonna worm its way through the internet. It's gonna grab everything it can. Your Facebook, your Instagram, your profile, your posts, your email, microdata.
And then it makes another me.
They're talking about the thing that they were doing with people who pass away. How they were just like, you can still kind of communicate with your family after you pass. But it allows you to essentially live forever.
See, the ancients, they all wanted to live on after they died. Well, everybody does. This is straight from Egypt. They would take this.
Pull out the brain. Used to put all their organs and stuff into jars and set it aside for them right there.
What is it?
You were right. I got a look at Perry's bank statements. His spending's dropped a bit in the last few months.
Do the feds still pay in cash? The government was always cash in my day. What about the child bride?
So did Barry burn to death? I mean, you could do chemical burns and stuff.
Come in, sweetheart.
Hi, Grandpa. And Grandma? No, jeez, no, never again. I'll hate you.
My two favorite women together in one room. I'm gonna get them to whip us up some pizzas.
Yeah, I feel like
Right
this little
back,
girl's gonna
and-
be the last one. Yeah, so this was all a part of my plan. See, really, I was the snitch. and I had to take
How'd you meet my
everybody else
grandpa?
out.
Oh, well, that is a funny story. Actually, I was in this awful car accident. Your granddad happened to be visiting the hospital on business, and I guess they wanted him to come see me because I was on this dosage of Ligadone that no one had ever been on before. And he came to my ICU room and he asked me how I was enjoying the pills, and I was like, I literally fucking love the pills. And he said he was the one that invented them. And I said that I was just so grateful I could just blow them. And
Yeah, you went a little too far there.
yeah.
What can I do for you, Perry?
Hey, I just had to drop this off for Roderick.
You know, I'm sorry. Freddie can be, even when he loves you, Freddie can be Freddie. It's no fun. What?
No, it's nothing. I'm throwing a party tonight. It's very private. It's very exclusive.
It sounds like fun.
So you want to invite her to the sex fest?
And then at midnight, the rain's gonna fall, and we're all gonna dance and fuck and feel more alive in 5 minutes than Freddie ever will. You should come.
Yeah, he's like, you're so caged up in there.
Perry, that's insane.
No, it's not.
Well, you know you don't like it here. Yeah.
Fiery, free-spirited goddess in there. Don't you want to see her again? Just for one night? No.
This is like the married woman problems. And I went out with a married chick before, so I understand how this is kind of working.
Picture the perfect cock in your hands.
What?
How dare you? I'm your brother's wife.
Yeah. And that's pretty fucking hot.
That means like, shit, you didn't close the door on me yet. So, I mean, I guess I must be in. Like, what the fuck?
It's a burner. I go through them like fucking Kleenex. Password 666999. Yeah, get it? Wait for a text.
So, I mean, like, the big problem with this, it's not necessarily even you, like, fucking with this guy's wife and everything, your brother's wife. The real problem is that there's hunting season on all you niggas by each other, essentially. So I'm like, at that point, you just kind of open up the door for you to get fucked.
Hi, come on in. I'm sorry about the schedule shenanigans. I'm glad we can make this work.
It's fine, not a problem.
No, this is the girl.
So I am thinking a romantic dinner tonight. He can serve you food, romance, an intimate dinner, like a good date.
So she likes to watch? Yeah, she just gave her fucking 20K.
Go ahead.
A lot of people have their own sexual deviancy and shit like that.
I worked very hard.
And she has them role play and everything.
You look beautiful tonight.
Okay, here we go. Full speed in 3, 2, 1. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut.
Yeah, because that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, is she interested in her husband or what?
There's rumors they're using some kind of unapproved paralytic powder in the surgeries. An experimental new nightshade agent.
Yawn. She's up to something.
Like I said, everybody has their own sexual deviancy. Hey, she actually has the rope ties and everything.
That's what I used to call him, right?
I'm saying this chick right here, she's gonna be the one at the end. It was me all along, you motherfuckers.
Oh, we've got this. Have fun. What?
I mean, I already knew she was gonna go.
The oven mitts come off and the nail polish goes on.
Have fun with the ships.
You can trim these.
The cork, too.
We need the sealing wax and
Just go. I mean, you're doing wrong and shit, but it is what it is. Like, should I? I mean, you already thought about it. You didn't close the door on him. You never told the other nigga that shit. So obviously you're thinking about it. Like, when you can talk to somebody and you don't get a straight up no, like, you're most likely gonna see him. It's like, I did it.
Look for people with the red glow sticks around their necks. They got the good shit. And try one of the bedrooms. We have 12 of them. I'll find you later.
Now it's me and you.
This is all being recorded.
Her dad's a congressman. This guy, he's a draft pick. This is the real business. This party's worth 2.5, but this footage, after the rain starts, it's worth a whole lot fucking more.
Oh, so his plan just gets worse as it goes.
I'm about to own Dick Wad. I mean, own him for the rest of his stupid little sweaty life.
I'm guessing he's trying to like lease this out to other people. If you don't want this to come out, then I'm gonna get you. But it's just like you're making a lot of powerful enemies. That's not good, bro. There was a person in a vision that had a skull mask, right? In the first episode. The fuck? She's like, I thought she was gonna dance with me. No. Man, you don't know what setups look like? That shit crazy.
Who are you?
This man's literally in the bedroom with the devil and just doesn't even know it.
The music, the lights, all that sweat, the perfumes, the lotions, the musk. Sex, yes. But with a dash of Rome.
Like, I wonder if he sacrificed his family in the future and shit like that. Like when he originally talks to her.
All things, in fact, have consequences.
Not this.
There are always consequences. Take you, for instance. Someone, a long time ago, made a little decision, and then a big one, and then one of absolutely no importance. And then by and by, you were born. You are consequence, Perry. And tonight, you are consequential.
You are one crazy trippy aunt, bitch.
She's quite literally draped in a red flag. Like, bro literally doesn't even know that's the devil. No. So I do wonder, is this like the consequence of what he's doing is essentially the dad, right? Did he just sell like his entire family short? Like, sure, you can have all these sacrificial pieces. Just make me, you know, immortal or powerful or whatever. And like, bro, she's teleporting and shit. I'm not following this motherfucker. I'm good. And he's like, oh, let me turn on these sprinkler waters. These chemical vats that I have up here. Like, goddamn, bro. It's funny, she just peeping the scene. Like, they close the doors on us. They're sneaking out the back. Hey, you know what? I don't need to be here. I'm a little too dark skinned for this. I'm So she's getting all the rest of them out. She's basically the people who aren't doing much, right? She's not doing anything at this party other than dancing, even though she would have fucked him, right? But all the other people are just working the job. So it's just like, let the people who are defiling themselves, who are just feeding into this lust and this drugs and everything that's going on here. Basically, this is Sodom and Gomorrah type shit, right? Let these people do this, and then they just all die from this little rain shower that he's planning on doing. But everybody who's doing nothing, they can go. Well, you should have left. Because they already said there's chemicals that was damaging the fucking, the the shit, and then you don't even know, like, you got electricity playing and stuff, like, all over the place. Like, you jerry-rigged this shit. Like, I don't know, bro. Yeah, just nothing but chemical burns. And like they said, fucking Perry is stupid. God damn. That looks horrible. You're just a sacrifice for your father, essentially.
You beautiful boy.
Yeah. That was the beginning vision where there was a mask on his face. God, what a way to end the episode. That was really fucking good. It's like, oh man, he was so fucking stupid. It's like you literally, oh my god, you fucking dumb. And then I wonder if dude's wife, did she actually die? Because it seemed like she was walking towards him, but we didn't get to see her specifically. So yeah, she essentially like entranced all the other people who were just basically working there, like people who were just, you know, the bartenders, the waitresses, if they have any or whatever, because I've seen some girls leave, dancers or whatnot. The people who weren't necessarily doing much, they just leave. Like, in a way, like I said, this is just kind of like a Sodom and Gomorrah situation. All this sex, all this, you know, fornication to such a great extreme, drugs being piled into there, and then also the evil edge of it all to be like, hey, I'm going to blackmail all you people. Just essentially kind of made the situation worse. They said right in the beginning that these places that they were wanting to have condemned, you know, destroyed or fixed up, they had issues with these things destroying the environment. And your bright idea is, hey, there's like water tanks up on the roof, right? They said whatever they are producing is destroying the environment, my guy. Like, at that point, you don't want it on your skin. That means it's horrible. It's destroying everything. That's why when he said that, I'm like, oh, he's dead. Like, that's how he's gonna die. It's just gonna be nothing but chemicals coming straight in and essentially just acid pouring on all these people. And that was just one big mess there. It's just crazy. I'm like, bro, this random lady pops up. You don't know. You sent out the invites. Random lady pops up. And so you question it, but then you stop questioning it and you're like, yeah, I want to fuck this random person that I somewhat saw on top of the roof that I'm just gonna like ignore for some apparent reason. And then just be like, dude, she's draped in red. It's a whole red flag. I'm like, you are dumb. They were calling him dumb the entire time. And he literally became what they said he was, a dumbass. And, you know, also he was seeking temptation and shit. He was, actually, it's kind of funny because he was the only person who wasn't doing anything when you think about it, right? You have the older brother. He's over here kind of like managing his shit or whatever, like when it comes to like their corporations and everything. So he seems to be the one who's, you know, a lot more on handling like the business side and stuff of like all this problems that are essentially happening. You have the older black sister. She trying to do the heart shit, which is actually inadvertently going to save her father if it works out, right? So you have that. I'm not too sure what the other two chicks do. The one who's like watching her dude, essentially, like basically she's a cuck. Like, I don't know what she essentially does other than being a sibling. And the same thing with the other one. She runs some sort of corporation but I'm not too sure what her corporation is that she runs exactly. And then, like, to me, I just think the youngest one is probably going to be like, you know, it was me the whole time. I was the one snitching. Like, she's also the apple of, you know, the two main characters that we have, Madeline and her brother. These two main characters that we have, she's the apple of their eye, right? And she's just, you know, we know that she survives past all the other ones dying, but the thing is that she was remembering all these things, so it shows that she's smart at the end of the day. Like they said, like, what was it, 10,000 questions or something like that? So she showed that she's smart. It seems like they don't know who the fuck actually snitched at the end of the day. I'm like, I think it's her. Like, she's like, you know, I came up, you know, I was the ultimate nigga. You just didn't realize it. You thought I was slow because I was young. But overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, right? Oh, also the other guy, I'm not too sure what he is, Indian, Pakistani, or some shit like that, right? Middle Eastern, whatever. He doesn't really do anything other than just kind of writing on the name. It seems like he just does drugs and shit. He's cheating on his significant other, seems like. So it's like, I don't know, there's like a few of them that don't necessarily do anything, particularly like 3 of them, but then it's just like the other ones actually kind of run stuff and do things. So I mean, the most useless one is actually Perry, and he just wouldn't listen about the stuff. Yeah, I can use this. I'm like, sure, you can use the building, which you kind of have to clean up. And it was just so much problems with his plan. Yeah, I'm gonna have all these high, you know, these people who are high society, essentially. I'm gonna have them here, and then I'm gonna blackmail them because I have all this stuff. And it's just like, you're making so many enemies at the end of the day that it's just going to be detrimental to you. And I know that the family is figured like as being like these top dogs or whatever, but that's not going to necessarily save you when you're starting to go against senators and all these people who are like, all these people who are well established and have money. You're going against all these people. Like just because your family got money doesn't mean there's not another nigga who also got money at the same time. Like, well, whatever though. At the end of the day, he was just, oh man, I just can't believe he was just that retarded. But interesting to see it. The lady comes back again. Of course, kind of like watching over the family. Obviously, they must have did some deal with the devil. That's what the big thing is here. And it's just basically all the kids are kind of like sacrifices. She says, like, you know, one consequence, you know, this, that, or the other, and then all of a sudden you came about, right? And you're just basically paying for the stupid shit that's going on. But either way, that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.